did get to talk to a lot of transgender boys, and it was just amazing getting to hear all of their unique stories, and everyone, their experiences were different. Some families were very on board and very supportive, and then others that I talked to, their families still weren't as supportive about their decision.
Well, I think that's what Maggie's going through. Is the grieving of the loss of her daughter, and trying to, embrace a son. And he's still him. He's still the same person. He's just presenting differently, but still just wrapping her head around it and coming to terms with it. And as a mother, you just feel so protective of any decision your kid makes. But she's learning that this isn't a decision. This is a need. This is a life or death situation. Although he's not harming himself, you can see he's getting more and more passionate, more and more consistent and persistent, and it's something that she has to get on board no matter what her feelings are. And that's an uphill battle for her at this point.
I think that I guess it's different for each film for me, but I with this one, it was nice to at least talk about, at least when did Ray come out and start presenting himself, the different ages, and when did they start calling him Ray, and that was important for me to just kind of to track that in the beginning.
So we had to sort of all be on the same page. And filmmaking happens in a very different way than when I started. We used to have weeks of rehearsal and endless conversations, and things just move at a much quicker pace now. There's less money, less time. But having said that, we were lucky enough to get a good week or 10 days of getting together and actually mapping out the scenes, blocking them as if it was on a stage, and discussing them, cutting things down wherever possible, trying to find the balance of humor and seriousness. When there's a small budget, there's less people and less time, and the people that are there are working mostly for free, and so you feel the sense of passion. And the intimacy is always good. When the larger the crew, sometimes, it moves slower.
Yeah, there's an adrenaline, I guess, to smaller movies that you get. It's like, we gotta go. Yeah,
you got one chance, maybe a couple, that's it. And we knew at the time, we got to get this right. There's a responsibility for this community. But it wasn't only about transgender. This is a family dynamic, and there's a issue in the middle of the family that we're all coming to terms with, and we all are doing our best to deal with this in the best possible way. But it's not without conflict, Well, I want to add that working with this young woman was just. I'm lucky because I'm playing mums a lot lately, and we play with these young kids, and they're all ages lately. Some of them older than I'd like. But Elle just really impressed me. So dedicated. She arrived on the set looking like the character. And now it surprises me when I see her in these little pretty lacy tops and curly, bouncy hair. There's such a rawness and such a honesty and purity and so much depth and a willingness to learn, and she should get major recognition. She will get major recognition, and it was such a brave performance. She really was. It's really lovely to watch someone. Well, what about for you?
Yeah, I think that it was. At first, I was very nervous just to play a transgender boy, to me being a girly girl, I think. So then to be like, wow, and now you're going to play a boy, it was definitely scary for me. But I think through a lot of research of it, I tried to figure out, what kind of boy Ray was, because, there's definitely a lot of different types of boys in the world. So I just wanted to tell Ray's story in the best way. So.